Hello, everybody. I'm Shogun, and I have my mate with me, uh, IdleJoe. We are both podcasters, and we have a guest today. He's Vuritch. Oh my God, Vuritch! All right. So
Vuritch.
in this podcasting thingy, we will be discussing a couple of topics. Uh, in each topic, we will be talking about the reason why this specific topic or the reason why uh, uh, this issue has happened, whether the topic talks about an issue or whether it not. As you all may know, recently, I think it was Chapel who opened who created a topic regarding whether Alastair's gangster system has affected the criminal side or not. Uh, I want to know Vuritch's opinion about it. I know that Vuritch is a an old criminal, maybe I guess like since 2014 or something. IdleJoe is an old player, probably not a talented criminal, but not a talented criminal. I don't know why I use talented. You're not even a criminal. Okay. Uh, so I want to know Vurich's opinion about this whole issue, and then I'm gonna talk about what I think about this. My opinion regarding this topic. Okay, Vurich, can you tell us more about the topic that I just talked about, Alastair's gangster system, whether it has any effects on the criminal side, any effect? You can just talk freely. All yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's of course there is an effect towards criminal groups, and in our overall shows uh, gangster wars are okay. Wait, gangster wars are being taken almost all the day. They spent like 7 hours in a gang war, and this of course affects the armed robberies and criminal activities, and it's the toxicity in L.S. and gangster system is really annoying, and everybody's annoyed because of that. And um, I see that we should remove those stores or put it in another dimension because it will improve the DNR, like the role play, and it will revive LV and revive CNR again, like how it used to be before in 2014 and 2015. This was a really precious time.
All right, Rich. Let me listen to Idle Joe's opinion before I move to my opinion, and before I move to whether what you said is right or wrong, Rich. Idle Joe, go ahead.
Well, I already stated my opinion on Chapo's post. I said that it really affected the cop versus robbery, the whole event that happens between the server. But the thing is that they don't want to understand. I mean, okay, being gangster is nice and all, but it's a whole different game style that what CIT was. But they just don't see the overall picture. They don't see that cops are not active anymore, or that whenever we go to armed robberies, criminals are just rushing us from behind and stuff, which is pretty annoying. Yeah. Anyway, I already stated my opinion and said that the whole system should be removed. But not just because I don't like being a gangster. It's because players already enjoy playing versus each other. They don't want to be in a cop versus criminal event. They just go slash gangster and kill anyone who's pinged us purple.
All right. Uh, what I want to know from Vuritch now is that do you have any solution? I want a solution that will actually the solution should focus on making it better for those who want to keep Alasters, Alasters and the gangster system, and also a suggestion or an idea for those who want to remove it. So more like a square deal for both parties. Do you have anything in mind?
I don't like. Maybe we can like bring old LV, which is like normal speed, like no exploits and the spines shit, and we can like remove Illustrator's and Illustrator Genghis groups, move to LV. It will be the same thing. That will revive LV, and it will be the same gameplay. I don't think it will affect anybody, but this will revive CNR.
Don't you think it would affect the current LV players that enjoy playing at the high speed?
I don't think so. LV is dead nowadays. Like I was playing in LV lately, like the past 3 days. It's really dead. I'm turfing and nobody's attacking. I'm only turfing alone. Nobody's bothering to come attack me.
All right. Do you have anything, IdleJoe? Do you have anything to add?
I think you got me covered.
All right. You guys, you both talked about how bad Alastairs are for, for the criminal side, to be specific. But the point here is Alastairs, the gangster side in general. Uh, this idea or this suggestion, it was brought, I think, in early 2016, and the player count was still perfect. 2016. It started gradually going down, starting from early 2018. So 2 years with the gangster system, with the Alastairs, 2 years of decent player count. Uh, so here we have to talk about something else. So 2 years of decent player count with the gangster system, with with the turfs at Alas. So why it took 2 years until the player count went down? That's the real question that we should ask ourselves. Why? My opinion about this is that Alastairs and the gangster side in general at Alas has created hate. It's focused on the word hate here between criminal groups, which resulted in issues when it comes to supporting each other at CNR, when it comes to supporting each other at CNR, but specifically riots. Let's focus on riots. Uh, let's say a criminal boss from X group is hosting a riot, for example, and X or Y criminals from another group, they are both enemies at Alastairs and such, are criminals and they are wanted, blah, blah. They would not, trust me, they would not attend that riot because they are enemies. They are enemies with the Alastairs thingy. They will never attend that riot to support the criminal side. No way in hell they will attend that riot. So instead of talking about Alastairs actually did that and Alastairs did that and Alastairs has killed the CNR, no man. Alastairs specifically created hate between groups, which resulted uh, in some kind of destruction in the criminal side. Hate between groups is the true destruction of the criminal side currently nowadays.
There's no
Uh,
teamwork. Yeah,
there's no teamwork, exactly. There's no teamwork. There's no love on team chat. Like,
just pure hate. Yeah.
yeah, like
And
literally.
toxicity. You forgot to mention
Exactly.
toxicity.
Exactly. And I want to talk about how when this idea, this the Alasters, the gangster system, when it was suggested, or maybe not suggested, maybe it was just Iran adding it. Maybe it was just his idea. I'm not sure. Like, I forgot. When he first added it, it was just a couple of tours around Alas, maybe in specific areas. I think you both remember that. You remember that kind of system. That kind of
It wasn't active when it was
Yeah,
added. Yeah.
that kind of system was decent. Actually, it was decent. But the system then went, all over Alas, which resulted in hate between groups. But this issue, the Alas turfs and gangster system, is still not the reason why the player count is currently shit. We cannot blame some kind of system for like some kind of shit player count. No way we can do that. There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of new games. We can just add all kinds of reasons, all all the mistakes, uh, all the issues that occurred the recent, in the recent years and such. All these issues are the reason. Every issue has a reason why the player count is not enough now, and also the development in new games and such. This is also a reason. You can add it as a reason. Maybe it's not the main reason. So yeah, it is a reason. What can we do? As I said, what can we do to make a square deal between those who do not want Alastair's gangster side and those who still want that side? You talked about moving Vuritch, I think. You talked about moving Alastair's to LV. Uh, and IdleJoe said by doing that you will lower the speed system at LV, and some people will be mad for such action. You're right about that. Even if the amount of those players who will be mad is low, even if it's low, that's still a good thing to say or a good thing to talk about. What can we do? Is it possible to split LV into two uh, two areas, like split and
Like two
LV?
parts.
Yeah, two parts,
Like
exactly. Parts.
it's part different places, right?
Yeah, a part the exact same LS turf system, and another part LB system. Or I have another idea. Or the DM area at uh, at LV where they
Yeah.
go wild,
Yeah. Yeah.
like a huge. I don't know what is it, like a baseball field or something like that. I'm not sure. They go wild inside and start killing each other, reaching, a high amount of kills. Maybe you can make that area for projectiles, using satchel, using molotovs, blah blah. Maybe we can do that area, or uh, specify that area for those who love speed when playing, when
Yeah.
fighting,
Yeah. I get what you're
when
saying. Yeah.
shooting. Maybe we can make lots of different areas for the exact same system, and the entire the rest of the place, or the rest of LV will be simply Alastair's system. and LS will be purely CNR system. Uh, and also we can add the same idea, uh, the same system also at LS, but in a way that you cannot go gangster until you go to that DM area in LS, until you step inside. Then when you step inside, you become a gangster. When you step outside, you are a criminal. Or simply, we just can go for the main idea, which is just keep everything at LV, keep everything regarding gangsters at LV.
Yeah, I mean, just make LS a simple
Exactly.
city
Just
for
like
cops
uh,
versus criminals. Yeah.
exactly, purely CNR. Uh, that's about the first topic. It took us a while because we still have a couple of topics though. Hang on. The second topic. Okay. Second topic. Reason. The reason or reasons why lots of legendary groups, or let's not use the legendary, or high ranked groups are resigning. Lately, recently, it doesn't matter. The moment they started resigning. I'm not sure if the resignation stuff started with TSF or DT, but probably 90% started with TSF. So the question here is why? Vuritch, do you have a response to this question?
I guess because it's some leadership issues. Like I'm talking about myself. Like in TR, we have like a lot of leadership issues and troubles that led to resignation and some in real life issues as well. Like probably everything about TR. I don't know about other groups, but I guess it's because of the same reason: leadership issues, like scary colors, and maybe Delta Team, like the original founders of the game, nobody to lead the group.
So
Maybe
your
or
opinion
maybe because the
here
scene
is
are already dead.
your opinion here is mainly regarding leaders and such.
Yeah, and probably because the scene are being so bad right now. Like there's
I
no
w-
criminals or cops.
I wouldn't really
They
focus
all
on
gang
that
for
part.
the reason.
I wouldn't really focus on that part regarding the CNR and such. Uh, IdleJoe, do you have anything to say?
Um. Well, groups resign, groups get created. I mean, it's not something you should beat your brain at. It's not something you should worry.
Exactly, exactly. I agree on that. Uh, but if we are here to talk about the reason, or what, what, why, why are they doing that? Why are they going
Well,
through such actions?
each group must have its reason. I don't think everyone is resigning for a certain reason.
All right, okay, you said something here. Allow me to talk about virus resignation. All right, allow me to enlighten you with the reason. In my opinion, the majority. I'm not gonna say talk about all the groups. Let's not just focus on the majority. Let's just in general. Lots of groups go for the resignation for different kinds of reasons. Some people, just like you said, leaders, maybe leaders issues, maybe leaders are no longer can no longer lead. Maybe they got busy. Maybe they decided to do something else. Maybe they decided to go for. Uh, sorry. Maybe they decided to just not play again. We have so many different reasons. But here, I want to talk about a reason that is that doesn't make any sense. A reason that doesn't make any sense. Let's focus on that. Pyrus resigned. When we resigned, I was there. When we resigned because it was a rage moment because we did not get our L9 after applying and such. Due to punishments, I guess, multiple punishments in a month, due to toxicity maybe. I guess we can say that I deserved demotion. But back then we were just, we didn't want that. We didn't want to be rejected. I'm not sure if I said demotion. It wasn't a demotion. It was a rejection for L9. We applied for L9 and we got rejected. We got rejected due to punishments and toxicity, as I said. So leaders decided to just, refuse such an action and just not accept such an action. And directly, we went for the resignation. After that, I'm not sure if we got on honorable status after that. Maybe it took us some while until we got it. Maybe some discussion went under the table and such. But the bottom line of this topic is to talk about not every group resigns for issues. Not every group
everyone has
resigns
a reason.
for issues. For issues inside the group. Some groups resign for just maybe you can use the word fun here. I don't know. Maybe you can use it because the actions of resignation comes out of nowhere. It comes out of rage. It comes out of just sudden actions. Just sudden actions. Like let's talk about the renegades.
One of the main reasons why we resigned, it was because we are playing this game just to have fun, but the toxicity made it really annoying.
Annoying
We
and
just resigned.
unplayable.
We resigned just. We want to have fun. We want to attend ERs and.
So you're saying that TR resigned because of toxicity?
Maybe toxicity, and the game became so annoying.
Well, regarding toxicity,
and as an official group, a lot of provocations.
CIT has been toxic ever. We have been facing lots of toxic members ever since I started playing, or ever since the server was created. And to be honest, toxicity was way more than our current. Let's use generation of players on CIT. Toxicity, yeah, exactly. So toxicity, I do not think that's the main reason. Really, I do not think that toxicity was the reason why TR resigned.
We don't lead anymore. Like, we are playing to have fun. Not like we promoted all leaders and all founders to their previous ranks, and there's no longer a leader. We're all the same now, but we attend airs and have fun in group chat.
Can I ask whether TR is purely a criminal group, or do you guys allow your members to go as cops and such?
Yeah, we sometimes but we sometimes allow them to go cops, but they have to take a permission and remove the tags, and they can do cop the whole day, and we have some restrictions.
Do you think TR, the previous or the old TR, was better than the recent one, or the recent one was better?
Like, I can say it's 100x times better than now the current TR. Like the old TR before I leave the game.
Exactly. So do you think that the issue is from the leaders? Is the issue why the current TR is not as successful as the previous one?
I guess because the players in the community right now, community difference. All community.
I can also agree on that. exactly. I can agree on that. The difference between, the difference in players that we used to have and the difference in
Yeah,
current uh,
definitely.
generation of players. Uh, so, so we are still talking about why lots of groups are resigning and such. I think, you know, this wave of resignation, when it started, the moment it started, it kept growing. We can all agree on that, right? Like it kept growing. First group resigned, then the one after just followed. Then they kept on, they kept on resigning and resigning and such. Uh, Maybe also, I'm not sure if Brian brought something up regarding some groups resigning and uh, and also resigning for a reason to keep their job. L5 being an L5 group and keeping their job, etc., etc. This reason is also a reason that makes them feel safe. They feel safer when they resign for having for keeping L5 the job. When if they decided to resign, let's say for example bikers decided to resign. Let's say Brian still did not talk about uh, the last comment on or the last reply on Dominus file regarding groups getting L4 instead of L5 after resigning. Let's say he did not talk about that. Let's say before he talked about that, bikers decided to resign. When they discuss, when bikers leaders discuss this matter, the first thing they think about after agreeing to resign is that they are keeping the job, biker's job. This is an important thing to keep the job. It is so important because keeping the job means you kept the level of the group. Literally, you kept the level by keeping the job. Having the job is the most important, uh, let's say, can we use here? Uh, the most important role of a group to keep the job. Because when you go on the stats, you search for a specific player. The player name, under his name, you will find that his job is, for example, biker, for example, the Renegades, for example, FFH, Chaos, blah, blah, and so on. So, Brian's move was actually pretty much fair.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was fair. I can say it was fair, like really decently fair. So yeah, that's mostly it about why lots of groups are resigning and so on. Let me talk about another topic. Uh, so I have here the third topic: Dominos and the hobo's demotion. Dominos demotion, uh, pretty much, the reply or the post by the founder of Dominos pretty much resulted in Brian's reply regarding whenever a group resigns, they will be demoted to L4 and lose access to job. So, what is your opinion regarding Hobos and Dominos family demotion? Do they deserve it? They do not. Why did they get demoted? Give me your opinion, please. Vuritch, please.
I think Hobos deserved that emotion because the amount of punishments he got lately, they got a lot of punishments for real, a lot of punishments. They really deserve it because of they are kind of toxic. I don't know about LV chats, but I guess as I heard, they're hella toxic, and that's not good. And about the Dominoes, I think it's a little bit unfair because some people I don't really know who are they, but they just go and create another account and go get punished intentionally
Oh,
punished just to demote the group and harm the group level. And that's really a lame move and really annoying. So just do your best to harm a group, an enemy group. That's not just a game. Let's have fun. Don't be toxic. Don't spread hate.
all right. So you're saying
That's
Hobos deserves the demotion due to the amount of punishments they received.
yeah. And
And
Domino's deserved it because they had to fetch their logs and go further and like take care who like um know who are they accepting. Don't accept anybody. Just make sure who are accepting is he tough and like he's not toxic. They like, accepted some toxic players without mentioning their names, but they are really toxic and known with their bad behavior, and that was really stupid.
so we can give a conclusion to your opinion regarding Domino's by saying simply issues with leaders. The quality of the leaders is bad, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's literally it. Okay, Idle Joe, what's your opinion regarding the demotion of both groups?
No, Vuritch said everything that had to be said. He covered for me.
Exactly. I can also agree with Vuritch on that. Uh, I can also agree that hobos, having punishments means bad quality leaders. Also,
Yeah, indeed.
exactly. So both we can agree that both groups have issues with leaders, with choosing the right leaders. So we can agree that they both deserve such a demotion, and they both should work on themselves in order to get back on track. So that was it for today. Uh, I want to thank both of you, especially to our guest, Vuritch, for being with us and
A pleasure.
discussing every topic with us on the three topics. Uh, this was pretty much my first podcast. I don't know how did I become a podcaster, to be honest, but hey, like I don't mind talking. IdleJoe,
Yeah.
known as the biggest and the most the most shitty ass whore on the server. So yeah, I want to thank both of you for being with us today. And
Where's my money, bitch?
yeah, by the way, you have to send me the money, not me. All right. Well, guys, we'll see you in the next podcast. That's for sure. Promise you. We'll see you in the next podcast. New guests for sure. And stay safe.